What if the dinosaurs never went extinct? Let's imagine for a moment that one very important rock missed its appointment with Earth. You know the one, the asteroid that, around 66 million years ago, slammed into what is now Mexico and effectively ended the dinosaur party. But what if it had just missed? What if that colossal cosmic bowling ball flew harmlessly past and the dinosaurs simply kept on doing their thing? Well, first off, let's set the scene. Dinosaurs, big, toothy, stompy, screechy dinosaurs, would still be dominating the planet. Triceratops would still be looking nervously at T-Rexes, velociraptors would still be darting through the underbrush, and the skies would belong to massive flying reptiles. Meanwhile, mammals, including us, would still be humble little furballs hiding in trees and hoping not to get stepped on. See, that asteroid didn't just wipe out the dinosaurs, it cleared the stage. It was like the universe said, "All right, dinosaurs, your time's up. Let's see what the mammals can do." And mammals, freed from the shadow of 10-ton predators, started evolving like crazy, eventually into things like giraffes, whales, and the people who invented cheese in a can. But without the asteroid, evolution would have taken a wildly different route. For one thing, humans as we know them probably wouldn't exist. Or if we did evolve somehow, we'd be sharing the planet with creatures that could swallow a bus whole. Imagine going on a hike and getting your head bitten off by a camouflaged Utahraptor that thinks your energy bar smells delicious. Cities? Good luck. Dinosaurs probably wouldn't respect traffic lights or zoning laws. Any attempt to build civilization would be complicated by the fact that your office could be trampled by a stampede of hadrosaurs before lunch. We'd need dinosaur-proof infrastructure, force fields, anti-roar soundproofing, and insurance plans with very weird clauses. Now maybe, just maybe, intelligent life would evolve from dinosaurs instead of mammals. That's right. Sentient dinos. Over millions of years, a species of feathered raptors could have developed opposable thumbs, a sense of irony, and eventually, TikTok. They might have built their own society, skyscrapers made of volcanic rock, flying vehicles shaped like pterodactyls, and fashion based entirely on crest size and tail feathers. Would they still wear ties? No, probably not. But they might decorate their scales with glowing bioluminescent taint or tiny robotic beetles. Meetings would be conducted in hisses and squawks, and the corporate hierarchy might be determined by who can disembowel a goat the fastest. But let's bring it closer to home. Let's say dinosaurs didn't go extinct and humans still evolved, just much later and in smaller numbers. We'd be the underdogs. Our daily lives would revolve around not getting eaten. Want to go to the grocery store? Better check the raptor report first. Planning a picnic? Make sure it's not in the middle of a Tyrannosaurus migration route. Maybe we'd domesticate some of them. I mean, people tamed wolves and turned them into pugs. Could we tame a stegosaurus and ride it to school? Possibly. Just make sure it doesn't sit on your house when it naps. Over time, we'd probably develop new ways to coexist, building cities in the trees, or underground, or floating on massive platforms in the ocean. Maybe we'd learn to communicate with the more intelligent species, teaching them language, math, or at the very least, how not to crush our mailboxes. Science would look very different too. Paleontology, for example, would be more like wildlife journalism. Instead of studying fossils, scientists would tag Triceratops with GPS trackers and yell, "Run!" a lot. Jurassic Park wouldn't be a movie. It would be your local zoo, but with triple fencing and very high liability insurance. And don't even ask about climate change. If the dinosaurs never went extinct, they could have kept the planet in a very different ecological balance. Large herbivores eat massive amounts of plants, altering entire ecosystems. Their presence would shift weather patterns, plant evolution, maybe even keep giant insects around. Dragonflies the size of pizza boxes? Not ideal. In short, Earth would be louder, heavier, and way more dangerous. Evolution would be a non-stop arms race between claw and brain, fang and fire. The food chain wouldn't just be a triangle, it would be a chaotic, screaming spiral of survival where the rule is simple. If you hear footsteps and the ground starts shaking, don't look back. But hey, if we did make it this far, we'd be the bravest, most adaptable species ever. The phrase "a tough commute" would mean something entirely different when it involves outmaneuvering a hungry Allosaurus on a scooter. So maybe it's for the best that space decided to yeet a rock at Earth all those millions of years ago. Not because dinosaurs were bad, they were amazing. But because sometimes the only way mammals get a shot is when the universe hits the reset button. Still, if you ever hear a distant roar and see a shadow blotting out the sun, don't panic. Just remember to bring a really big stick.